In India, the population of senior citizens is around 104 millions, or like more than 10 crores, according to the population census of 2011. The government of India provides many perks to this section of the society, like an attempt, and this is the reason because they wanted to make their lives much more easier. Like they have discounts on airfare, train fare, rebates on income tax, reductions on their health insurance. A lot of such perks are there, but again, there are a lot of challenges also which these senior citizens face today. But our senior citizens, they definitely need to be cherished and celebrated because they were the key force behind bringing this new advancement in technologies, economy, and medicine. Wherever we stand today, it is due to their hard work and intelligence that have brought us new changes and progress for us to enjoy. So this day gives us an opportunity to celebrate their accomplishments and also solve any issues that plague them. Medicircle on this is starting a new series, an awareness series on the National Senior Citizen Day, where we are interviewing people who are associated with the elder care, people who are doing great work in the field of elder care. They are making the lives of the senior citizens much more easier. There are a lot of companies, there are a lot of startups who have good products, offerings like apps and services, which is helping them in day in and day out and making their lives easy and smooth. So as we talk about the National Senior Citizen Day series, we would be talking to Prashant Reddy today. So hi, Prashant, welcome to Medicircle.
Thank you, Smita.
Let's know more about Prashant. Prashant is the founder and managing director at Anvayaa Care Private Limited. He has founded Anvayaa in 2016. Anvayaa is one of the India's first and only AI and IoT based 360-degree technology enabled personalized senior care platform. Anvayaa has already bagged quite a few national and international recognitions since its inception. Prior to Anvayaa, Mr. Reddy started his entrepreneurial journey in 2008 and was director at XRG Consulting and other companies such as Sudaksha Education Enterprise. Mr. Reddy is an entrepreneur and enterprise IT leader with over 26 years of cross-industry experience, providing strategic direction and development of IT solutions and products. Anvayaa currently has its operations in various cities in India like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Chennai, and it is serving more than 6,500 individuals, while about 1,400 families enrolled as annual members, and it is growing every month. So that's a very good to know, Prashant, that you are doing such a good job with Anvayaa, and there are around 65 individuals whom you are supporting. So to begin with, how does Anvayaa help the senior population of our country?
Yeah, thanks so much, Smita, for having me here and the introduction you've given about me. So I think before we actually go deeper into what it means for senior care and how we are doing it, right? I think we need to address the challenges first. So when I started my journey, I always felt that, and always talk to people like Smita could be there, one person or any other person we are talking to. Always think that the moment we think about senior care, we talk about health. So it's directed into healthcare is what we feel that. And the same way, I also had the same opinion. When we started off the research then and the primary research and market research, surprisingly, or maybe I should say not surprisingly, I found out that healthcare is not the only challenge for senior citizens. Senior citizens' challenges are much more beyond healthcare, right? So though that is kind of seen like this, health is very prominent kind of thing. But then yes, health automatically deprives as you grow older. But that's not the only challenge. The major challenge which you found is the accessibility to healthcare. Okay. It's not that healthcare is not available. How do I reach to healthcare is a bigger challenge in terms of emergency or in terms of any need which I need to have, right? Is the isolation. The second challenge which I see is an isolation.
Yes.
Okay. How do I get supported emotionally? So all these typical challenges came in, and we figured out that if I have to do something in senior care, which The very reason I came to India, back to India, and said I want to live with my parents is because they were alone and they were, I'm the only child. So I said, how do I help them? Not just my parents, but across the board, right? So then I started thinking, if this is the scenario, then it has to be a one-stop solution. It can't be a piecemeal solution that, okay, I'll only give you healthcare. I'll probably give you a person at home to support you. It has to be a one-stop solution. Then I started to saying, okay, a one call, if you call, can I get the help? Right from emergency to a small, simple packet of milk I want at home. Will I be able to help? That is what we start off. And that is exactly what Anvayaa does today. We are a 360-degree technology-enabled personalized healthcare platform, right? The reason I use healthcare because you said healthcare, but then I removed that healthcare and said senior care platform. Okay. So in that one-stop solution, you need to have 24/7 emergency. Then you need to have daily needs assistance. You need to have healthcare assistance. You need to have home healthcare. You need to have diagnostics. You need to have doctors, yes. Right? I want to go travel. I want passport, visa, ticketing. I want to go to a temple. Can somebody come with me? Right? So I can't travel alone. Those are all the challenges which we're addressing as a one-stop solution. And not just that, we're also looking at how do I ensure that their payments are taken care without physical movement of money so that they are safe, right? So in all encompassed together, we call ourselves a 360-degree platform and bring in technology solutions so that they are not actually, invading them in terms of usability and all those things, right? It should be simple technology solutions. We don't expect them to use a mobile app and say, okay, I use a mobile app and I mobile-based service. But that's all fancy. But when I talk to senior citizens, it is not that fancy, right? They want to really ensure that they're able to reach. While kids like us can use mobile apps and request services for parents. So that's the reason we have mobile apps there. We are building in intelligent technologies and we are building in wearable IoT technologies right now, which very soon you'll look at an announcement where we'll have wearable technologies assisting senior citizens without their intervention. Just wear it and we take care of all their, and proactive care is what we are going to bring to the table now with the wearable IoT solutions. So that's typically what we are trying to do for senior citizens, bring them into one platform. While we have a lot of other partners empanel our platform to be able to provide services for citizens, we become Anvayaa. We become their family. Actually, Anvayaa is a Sanskrit word which translates to a family.
Okay.
So we become their family. While kids are apart from them, we become a part of their family. So that's the reason why we are, doing this.
That's great.
Did I answer your question, or
yeah. So as Prashant, as you rightly said, that it is just not healthcare. When you talk about elderly care, it can be anything. It can be emergency. It can be companionship, which is also a very important concern. So a lot of entrepreneurs who are actually working in this elder care sector. So as an entrepreneur who you have already devoted a lot of time and you might have gained some experience. So as per you, what are the challenges faced by the entrepreneurs whose target audience is especially elderly?
So I think the moment you talk about entrepreneurs, right, I think entrepreneurs should realize the first statement I made, geriatric care or the senior care is beyond health, right? So that's the first thing which we need to realize.
Yes.
And then the products or solutions you bring in should not be very complicated to use.
True.
I mean, if you look at what is required today in senior care industry, a lot more can be done, right? It could be a senior old age home, it could be a living facility, it could be a daycare center, it could be just a logistics provider for senior care, it could be a lot of things like that are opportunities available. But the key challenge is the execution in senior care industry versus a youth industry, right? Here you require a lot of patience, perseverance, and empathy, which is the most important factor. And then the most important challenge is to build that trust with the senior citizens. So building a trust is the most important factor.
Definitely. So as Anvayaa is readily available to all the senior citizens, what is the way, how can anyone get it, and what is the way they can actually avail them and make it their part of the family?
Yeah, I'll give you two options there. One for the citizens and the kids, and the second one for the entrepreneurs also who wants to become part of our Anvaya as well, right?
Sure.
So the first part, I will answer it like this. One anybody wants to reach out to Anvaya, there's a one single number, 7288818181. Right? Just call that number and then try to enroll into the services plans which we have. That's available, one single number for all the 4 cities we operate currently.
Okay.
Right? So it's a mobile number basically. So you can that's one way. And the other option is just go to online anvaya.com. You can sign up for yourself as a senior citizen if you're able to use technology, or just call, or the kids can sign up for their parents. And then the kids can also have entire real-time update about what's happening with the parents, what services are being used, how do you ensure that they're taking care and all those kind of things, right? So that's a simple way for the customers or the subscribers, which we call them, right? For any, they can just call that number 7288818181.
Yes.
Now, the second part of the story, how do I make it accessible for a lot many other people, entrepreneurs, for example? Now we are open for franchising. People can actually start taking franchising of Anvaya, and then the services are available in that local cities. Right now we're in 4 cities ourselves, but then a lot of scope, and we want to reach out and bring in entrepreneurs also as part of the entire program. That's one scenario. The second is partner with Anvaya if you are a specific service provider. For example, I provide nursing care at home. I have a lot of nurses with me, right? So then you can partner with Anvaya, and Anvaya will ensure that you are validated and have the right skills to provide the citizen services for senior citizens, right? At home care provision. I am a I'm a hospital, for example. You can tie up with Anvaya and say, we actually ask hospitals to provide priority care for senior citizens, which we are bringing into education and making them accessible for that matter, right? It's very complicated if you go to hospitals, for example, today to navigate within these hospitals and then ensure that it is done. So we help that entire process for senior citizens. Like that, if you're a travel agent, you can come and join with Anvaya and say, I'm going to provide specific packages for senior citizens, and can you organize tours and travels for them, which is all that, accessibility, immovability, all that we're taking care of. So that's a whole bunch of things which we can actually do and join hands together to make a senior citizen friendly country.
Yes. So Prashant, as we just discussed that there are a lot of entrepreneurs who are now opening up to this sector. With the study in India, there are around 728 homes for senior citizens, out of which these 325 homes are completely free, and 95 are such which are on pay and stay basis. And there are 116 where you will be getting both of them. So as we are celebrating this World Senior Citizen Day on the 21st of August every year, what suggestions or what message you would be giving to all the other entrepreneurs who are also opening up or who are also starting a venture for the elderly population?
So if somebody wants to get into senior care services, right, there are, like I said, there are 2 ways of doing it. One is the old age homes and the daycare centers and all those things. Other is at home service, right? If you're doing, typically what I have seen, at least in the entire country's population of senior citizens who want to take help, first of all, the acceptance of citizens that I need help is the biggest challenge, right? So if that challenge is solved, the second challenge is to ensure that they're taking the service either at an old age home or a senior living facility or in their own homes. So what we have seen is about not beyond 5%. 5% is a stretch. Okay, not beyond 5% are actually using senior living homes or old age homes to stay.
Okay.
Because in our culture, we want to stay in our own homes, right? So it's a taboo that I'm going and staying there most of the times, whether it's right or wrong, but that's what we actually feel, right? So only 5%, but that 5% also is a very huge market. That's, if you are able to excel there as an entrepreneur, you can actually increase that 5% to maybe 10%. The rest 90% will love to live in their own homes. So you got to innovate more and bring services to home. Whether be it a hospital who wants to do exclusive geriatric care, they have to think about moving home. Whether it's an entrepreneur who wants to set up a home healthcare services like a nursing or a caretaker facility, bring in some training aspects to the employees to improve their empathy and listening skills, right? It's not just doing a job for senior citizens. There's more to attach and
Definitely.
bring that emotional connect there as well. So that is what is important for an entrepreneur to be successful.
Yes, definitely. Just a quick one, Prashant. There are a lot of professions people choose, but something like this, what you have chosen, it's really a noble one, because at the end of the day, it's just not a job for anybody, even for the team you are hiring, for the people who are around the herd that you are building, because it's already said we don't build a business, you build a herd, you build a community. So even the people who are there in Anvayaa Care, they have to have that compassion, the feeling which you might be having for senior citizens. So it is really, really rewarding to know that you are doing this, and also you might be getting good blessings from the people whom you are serving. So how fulfilling is this
I
experience?
I will have to tell you, it's a good point you raised, Smita. Very important aspect here, right? My employees today, especially the role called care managers. So we assign a dedicated care manager for each family who becomes a member of Anvayaa,
Okay.
right? So these guys tell me that, sir, आपने हमारा जिंदगी को क्या कर दिया? Okay. I used to have only one mom and dad. Now I have 10 moms and dads.
So yeah, it's so beautiful.
Okay. So that's a statement which moved me a lot when a couple of care managers came and told me that. It actually happened twice. Once in Bangalore when I was visiting my team there, and Hyderabad it happens regularly, right? The second thing which I want to say is my attrition is very low. People would assume that these roles don't live, they don't work with you for a longer time. But then, and I'm telling you, people love to work in this environment because you got a lot of blessings, like you said.
Yes.
We saved, we have probably handled about 230 odd emergencies till date. 98% lives were saved.
Oh, that's coming.
Because of the usage of technology which we have in place, and we remove panic out of the emergency. So that my employees, my guys can really handle that. Team Anvayaa can handle it appropriately 24/7.
Yes.
We have 3,250 ambulance on the platform today.
Oh, wow.
In these 4 cities, right? So, it's like we kind of have backups, ensure that there's a timely service provided. So that's the whole difference we are creating.
Sure.
And my employees are happy for that matter. And I sleep peacefully because a lot of blessing come to me.
Yes. So again, it's really a noble job what you are doing, because you are getting blessings of those senior citizens, and also getting a family of so many people who are closely attached to you. So thank you so much, Prashant, for joining us today at Medicircle for this National Senior Citizen Day. As truly Prashant said, you must have that passion to run this kind of an institute. It shouldn't be just a money making kind of an institute. You need to have that passion, you need to have that feeling that yes, you need to do something for them. It was really great talking to you, Prashant, and we wish you all the best, and Anvayaa, that it keeps on saving such and such lives more and more, and all your dreams come true, which are attached especially to Anvayaa. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Smita. Thanks, mate.